Hi, I'm Caitlin Haas, and my group members are Katie Stark, Kia Bacanala, and Paige Cardwell. This is our IDC 401 Sustainable Action Workshop class, and this is our final presentation. Sustainability is the underlying theme and focus of our studies that we've done in this class all semester. And basically, sustainability and being sustainable just means that things can go on forever. So this means that our planet has the ability to provide fresh air, clean water, and food for all the creatures in the environment, for humans, animals, and the environment, so that we can all have a high quality of life. And in this presentation, we've explored how we can make Bellarmine a more sustainable university. One of the topics that we're going to focus on is composting. So just to make sure everyone is on the same page, composting, or just compost first of all, just means decomposed organic material. And composting is when you mix food, yard, and garden waste in a pile and then provide it with the right conditions so that it can decay and decompose. And then the purpose of composting is so that we can have healthier soil, and we're just decreasing our solid waste and being more environmentally responsible. We are now going to talk about the resident composting program. By composting our organic matter in the Bellarmine University residence halls and other buildings on campus, we can reduce our total waste stream and at the same time create a valuable resource for our local land and plants on our campus. So some items that are compostable are fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, tea bags, dry grains, used paper towels and napkins from eating or cooking, shredded paper, newspaper, and cardboard. And these are just common things that are found in our kitchens and that we use in our residence halls on a daily basis. Some items that we cannot compost are meat and fish scraps, dairy products, fats, oils, and grease from cooking, and non-organic matter such as plastics, metals, or glass. So this is a picture of a mound of trash outside of Anniversary Hall, which is a residence hall on our campus. And you can see that there's some pizza boxes and other items that are compostable that we could have added to our compost pile and reduce our trash amount. And this is a kitchen in Anniversary Hall where we would put our compost bins. We could put it right next to the trash can so our students are cooking, they can easily throw it into there and reuse our trash waste again. So each residence hall in the kitchen will have a plastic pail that's 5 gallons. So students can put their compostable items into the pail. They can walk it down from their rooms to the kitchen, or as they're cooking, they can place it in there. And every week the pails are going to be collected and emptied into the Bellarmine Garden compost bins. And this will be done by our student organization who are promoting environmentally friendly activities on campus, making students more aware. And the price per pail is $4.69, so we're going to be buying them in bulk just to have some extra, which will be a total of $70.35 for 15 pails.
So we decided that we were also going to compost in the dining halls on campus, and those are UDH and Paleo. This is a picture of Paleo, where we would also have one of our composting. Alright, this is the composting bin we've decided to go with. It is a white kitchen strap composting bin. It's very small, it's only 7 inches by 7 inches by 7 inches, but it only costs $20. And we chose these because even though they are kind of small, their lids will close down and keep out all the odors. These bins are small, so we decided we needed multiple in each dining hall. In the UDH, we were going to put a table right here, and a table would have 5 different composting bins, so that as students walked up to put their tables on the conveyor belt, they would put their scraps in the bins, which were mentioned earlier by Katie is what would be compostable and what would not be. And we decided we were going to buy a total of 10 and put 5 in UDH and 5 in Paleo. And right here is, right before you get to the conveyor belt, is this wall, and we were going to put a poster on it saying what is compostable and what is not, so that people would know what they could put in the bins. And the cost will only be approximately $200 because the bins were only $20 a piece, and we were going to buy 10 of them. And we were hoping that maintenance would cooperate with us and take these and empty them twice a day after lunch hours and dinner hours into the composting bins in the gardens.
So our last idea as a group to make Bellarmine University more sustainable was putting solar panels on top of our resident halls. So what exactly are solar panels? Solar panels are devices that convert light into electricity, and the most powerful source of light is, of course, the sun. So basically what solar panels do is that they are made up of solar cells that would absorb light coming from the sun and convert that light into energy. And basically, the more light, more electricity. Simple as that. The solar panels that we decided to go with is modeled after University of Louisville's sustainability building, and it is called the Dual Axis Tracking System. And basically, this is a picture of what U of L uses. What's so unique about this solar panel is that it has a GPS instilled in the device, and so it follows the sun throughout the day, no matter what season, and it works, and it's fairly efficient, and it produces hot water and electricity for the entire building that is on top of. So it is 40% more efficient than fixed solar panels, and that's why it might be more expensive than a fixed solar panel, and the prices range from $10,000 to $1 million. But in the long run, it will save Bellarmine University a ton of money as far as electricity and hot water goes. So this is one of our resident halls. It's called Siena Quarto. It houses both upperclassmen and freshmen. I decided to Photoshop a solar panel on top of Siena Quarto to kind of see and get a good vision of what it would look like on top of one of our resident halls. And from what I understand, Siena Quarto, Primo, and Secundo are all resident halls that are on the same grid. So depending on how big and how large our solar panels will be, it could provide energy and hot water for all 3 resident halls, saving a lot of money. This is a picture of what a solar panel would look like on Anniversary Hall. And if you can recognize it, Anniversary Hall is one of the resident halls that you can see on Newburgh Road. And Newburgh Road is a very popular road in the Highlands community. It has a lot of traffic, especially during rush hours. It's what you see before you enter the campus in the main entrance. And so this is what it would look like. This solar panel would look like on Anniversary. And I decided to put one on there just to show, it can be a great way to show the Louisville community and the Highlands community actions that Bellarmine is taking to become more sustainable and kind of get that mentality of becoming green and being environmentally aware.
The hierarchy of priorities that my group used while doing this presentation and coming up with these sustainable efforts for Bellarmine University are these 3 points. Reducing waste is first, because we feel like reducing waste is a simple solution that we can all do, especially through using the food waste from the residence halls and all the students for compost. The second point is with conserving energy. We felt like we could really do this through using solar panels on the residence halls, and so that was our second priority. And then the third priority is saving money in the long term, because Bellarmine will have to invest in the compost bins in order for us to be able to reduce waste and do those things, and also in the solar panels so that we can conserve energy and do all of that. So even though it might be a little bit more costly at first, ultimately this will help to decrease the utility bills on the residence halls and just allow us to save more money in the long term, and all of these priorities will help Bellarmine become a more sustainable university. Everything that we've talked about in this presentation so far connects to Catholic social justice. This semester, we've been using the book, The Challenge and Spirituality of Catholic Social Teaching by Marvin Mitch, and 2 of the main principles from Catholic social justice that he talks about are the care of God's creation and a call for family, community, and participation. And these 2 Catholic social justice principles directly relate to the sustainable efforts that we planned for Bellarmine. In the book, it says, "The environment must be seen as God's gift to all people, and the use we make of it entails a shared responsibility for all humanity, especially the poor and future generations." So in order to care for God's creation, that means not creating an overabundance of trash that's just going to be thrown away and could potentially pollute the environment, but instead trying to decrease the amount of solid waste that we have by using our food scraps for things like compost, which we discussed earlier. And lastly, the call to family, community, and participation. It stated, "It is essential for every human being to have a sense of participating, of being part of decisions and endeavors that shape the destiny of the world." And through the sustainable efforts that we discussed, such as taking part in composting and having solar panels, that not only creates a lot of participation from Bellarmine University students and faculty, but it also makes Bellarmine stand out as a leader in becoming more sustainable.